you did move to the States, and then how many years after you moved to the States did you decide to come back to live in Australia?
Well,
and I guess why?
Yeah, I lived there for 15 years, and it was after I got back from visiting Australia. My first visit home was in 14 years. And but the trip was more for organizing a chartered plane for Warbrides. Wasn't so much the trip home, because I didn't have the home life like so many people had. So I went to see people in government, people in travel, airlines and so forth, and the Australian-American-Canadian group that got 2 chartered planes to the United States and Canada every year. So I thought maybe I could get them convinced to run a 4-way charter, take them to North America and bring a load of Warbrides home, and then take the Warbrides back, and then the parents would come back. But the airlines didn't go for it, so we still didn't get a chartered plane organized in the States. I'd worked 3 years on that. Wrote a newspaper column for the Cosmopolitan, and that was the organized Warbrides group. And I get all these letters from the Australian girls, stacks and stacks of letters telling me I didn't marry a rich American. I can't afford to go home. So I'd write my column, and I called the column Up from Down Under. And I'd write to them and I'd say, well, I don't know what you're doing to help raise that money for your fare, but I've got 4 jobs. I am a night nurse at nighttime. I take fashion orders during the day, fashion from Cincinnati, and have house parties. And I also take in knitting orders, and I babysit. Now, what are you girls doing? You could, if you don't feel like getting out of the house, then bake cookies, sell cookies or cakes or something. But I would feed them information and ideas that maybe they could try something like that to raise some money. But we never did get a plane off the ground.